fascinating segment on igneous rocks.
I'm Taylor, and igneous rocks are the oldest rocks on Earth. They have been around since when the Earth first started cooling from its molten ball of lava state.
Igneous rocks, also known as fire rocks, are formed either underground or above ground. Underground igneous rocks are formed when magma becomes trapped in small pockets. As the magma trapped in the pockets cools, it hardens into igneous rocks. Igneous rocks form above ground when volcanoes erupt, causing the magma to rise above the surface of the Earth. Magma above Earth's surface is called lava. As lava cools, it hardens into extrusive igneous rocks.
A specific type of rock that forms underground is granite. Granite is formed when magma is trapped beneath the Earth's surface and cools slowly. Granite is used to produce long-lasting monuments and or for trim decoration on buildings. One way igneous rocks are classified is by their texture. Their most noticeable textural feature is their grain size.
Igneous rocks have large individual crystals that are visible to the naked eye. The term used to describe these rocks is coarse-grained, as you can see here. The term coarse-grained means that the rock has mineral crystals that are visible to the naked eye. You can see them without the help of a magnifying glass. As you can see on this piece of granite, you can see the individual crystals and grains.
Grain rocks, like basalt, have crystals too small to see with the naked eye.
Igneous rocks are also classified by their composition. General composition types include felsic, word derived from feldspar and silica, and mafic, which means rich in magnesium and iron. Felsic rocks tend to be lighter in color and much less dense than mafic rocks, while mafic rocks tend to be darker in color and due to their richness in magnesium. Felsic, mafic.
An example of a felsic rock is the rock granite because of its light coloring and its lower density, while an example of a mafic rock is the rock basalt.
The generalized composition of felsic and mafic rocks can be subdivided into intermediate between felsic and mafic composition and ultramafic, rocks extremely enriched in magnesium and iron. A body of rock formed from magma migrating and solidifying deep in the subsurface of Earth is called a pluton or an igneous intrusion.
Intrusions covering areas greater than 100 square kilometers are called batholiths. Batholiths usually contain many separate intrusions that have formed over a relatively long period of time. Other types of intrusions typically form at shallower crustal depths. These include stocks, dikes, and sills. A stock is smaller than a batholith and typically represents the subsurface passage that fed molten material to a volcano or field of volcanoes over time. Sills and dikes are layers of igneous rock that typically form along fault zones, fractures, or between / parallel to sedimentary layers, while a laccolith are a blister-shaped intrusion. Stocks, sills, dikes, laccoliths, and other intrusions are remnants of past igneous activity and are exposed at the surface long after erosion has stripped away any ancient volcanoes and overlaying rocks and sediments that may have existed in the area.
Igneous rocks rarely ever contain fossils. This is because extrusive igneous rocks cool too quickly for fossilization to occur, and intrusive igneous rocks cool deep in the Earth's surface. These types of rocks also rarely react with acids, basalt being the least reactive.
In this segment on igneous rocks, we have learned quite a few things.
We learned that stocks, sills, dikes, laccoliths, and other intrusions are remnants of past igneous activity. Igneous rocks are the oldest rocks on Earth. The difference between extrusive and intrusive igneous rocks, how igneous rocks are classified, how to tell the difference between a mafic and felsic igneous rock, the different types of igneous rock intrusions, and plenty more.
Now that we have recapped what we learned, I believe it's time to say thanks for watching and have a great night.